The Valve Index is a second-generation tethered virtual reality headset that was first announced on the 30th of April 2019 and was released on the 28th of June later that year for $1,000 and uses the Steam VR platform. The headset, with its sleek design, features an adjustable head strap, two front-facing 960 by 960 stereo cameras, two LCD lens displays of 1440 by 1600 at 80 to 144 Hz refresh rate, integrated headphones that sounded dope as fuck, a 3.5mm audio jack with built-in microphone, an IPD slider, and a field of view of up to 130 degrees. The kit also includes two Lighthouse 2.0 base stations for player tracking and are updated by USB-C, two knuckle controllers that feature a joystick, touchpad, two face buttons, menu and a trigger. The knuckles utilize 87 different sensors that are built in that can detect finger, hand, motion and even pressure tracking. Both the controllers and base stations are compatible with the HTC Vive Pro, HP Reverb and the Pimax 5 to 8K lineup. A few adjustments and we're good to go. Let's enter the Matrix. Holy shit! Pavlov is a tactical first-person shooter game. It's developed and published by Bankrupt Games that uses the Unreal Engine 4 and was released on Steam for Microsoft Windows on the 27th of February 2017. Let's check it out. My initial thoughts on the headset? Man, this thing is pretty comfortable and the whole package definitely has a premium feel. Visuals run smooth as butter and the sweet spot is pretty solid, although yeah, the screen door effect is still there, but barely noticeable. Keep in mind that the index can run up to 144 Hz, the motion sickness is gone, well for me anyways. And this is where competitive multiplayer games like Pavlov shine. I played this on the Quest 2 and felt that the index made the experience way better, minus the tethered cord of course. Also, keep in mind you will need a decent PC to run this beast. I sold a kidney and got a 4080. The base stations also do an awesome job of tracking the player from 360 degrees. Whether your hands are in the air, on the ground, or behind your back, the 2.0s will track you. And it's a lot more reliable than inside-out tracking in, let's say, the Quest 2. But the overall experience for me has been a lot more immersive with higher details and just better looking games in general, and found myself actually doing better in titles I would have struggled in the past, such as Beat Saber. The field of view that can be adjusted up to 130 degrees I found to be one of the best features. This does so much for the gameplay and found myself moving the headset a lot less and just makes for better immersion. Whilst the headset does weigh 1.8 pounds, I don't consider it to be that heavy, but more balanced, and with the strap, next to no movement. Beat Saber is a multiplayer VR rhythm game that was officially released for PlayStation 4 and Windows on the 21st of May 2019 that's compatible with the HTC Vive, Quest 2/Pro, PSVR 2 and the Vajra Aero. Let's check it out. These speakers deliver. The 3D sound quality is that good, I really don't think I'll ever get headphones. They really shine when it comes to the bass levels too, and are also adjustable, that sit about 10mm from the player's ears and are a lot better than most headsets you'll find on the market. Valve definitely knew what they were doing. As for the controllers, so innovative. The knuckles strapped to the player's hands and therefore can't be dropped, and the finger and pressure tracking is mind-blowing, which you'll be seeing shortly. The battery life has outlasted most of my play sessions, which are about 2 hours at a time, but I've heard you can get up to 5 to 6 hours depending on the game. They're also charged via USB-C. Half-Life Alyx is a first-person shooter game. It's developed and published by Valve that was released on Microsoft Windows on the 23rd of March 2020 that uses the Source Engine 2. Known to be VR's killer app, the game was nominated for many awards at the 2020 GA. Gabe Newell, the president at Valve, quoted that the game was a long-term investment into new VR technologies. Let's check it out. Full finger tracking, baby. I was kinda blown away. Won't give too many spoilers out, but Half-Life Alyx is probably the best VR game you can experience, as it makes full use of the knuckle sensors. The game's definitely hands-on with the ability to engage and interact with many assets, like the dial on this radio. Want to crush a can? Grip the controller and apply pressure. This adds so much realism. I actually spent about 25 minutes just tinkering and tossing objects, and even drawing. Yeah, and well, it happened. I just got lost in the world, just having fun. Everything about Half-Life feels and looks spectacular. This game to me is the selling point for the Valve Index. However, the headset is not perfect. Controllers, as premium as they are, they're known for stick drift, and the head strap is permanently attached to the headset, meaning if you break it, you're screwed. I've also heard that the base stations sometimes just die, whether the motor stops working or faulty hardware. You don't want to see that red LED of death. Best just sit them in one spot and never touch them again. Valve have been pretty good when it comes to customer care, so don't stress for replacements. But in saying that, I've had no dramas whatsoever with my Index, and it works freaking great. I love it.
Look around for a control panel for a minute.
Of course, if you're a fan of this beast, you know that the Valve Deckard is coming, which in my opinion will be a standalone VR device. On Beaters Pieces, in a minute.